Hi there, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this leprechaun hat treat holder. So if you're looking for a special little treat or something to make up at the last minute for St. Patrick's Day, this is your project. You probably have a lot of the supplies that you already need at home, so you don't need to make any special purchase. I'm using some Emerald Envy cardstock. I've cut a large circle from the layering Circle Framelits. This is the largest of the scallop circles, and it is approximately 3 inches in diameter. And then I have a larger piece over here that's 6.5 inches by 2.5 inches, and I scored it at 2 inches, so there's a 1/2 inch sort of side over here, and then I have a 1/2 inch by 6.5 inch piece of basic black cardstock. And then for the belt buckle, I'm using a 1 inch square of the Glimmer gold paper and a 1/2 inch square of the basic black cardstock. And when I layer them together like this, it looks like a belt buckle. So it actually doesn't go through the gold cardstock at all, but when they're layered, it looks like it does. All right, let me show you how to make this. I'm going to set these pieces aside. We're going to start with the Emerald Envy cardstock that is long, and we are going to make cut marks from the end to the score line. So we're going to go all the way down the line. I'm making my cut marks approximately 3/8 of an inch, anywhere between 1/4 and a 1/2 inch. You want to keep them pretty close together so that when you're forming the circle or the cylinder shape, that it bends in order to create a circle. If they're too far apart, then the sides of your circle will end up looking like sides with straight edges. So keep them close together. And then in order to help bend the cardstock, we're going to burnish it. You can use your hand like I'm doing. You could use a bone folder. You could use the side of the table, any kind of hard surface to just sort of break the fibers of the cardstock and roll the cardstock in your hand. This will help to make it easier to bend into a circle shape. Okay, I'm going to move on to this piece, which I've done already. I added the 1/2 inch strip of the basic black cardstock, and I put a piece of tear and tape here on the side for when I put the hat together. So before I do that, I'm going to use fast fuse adhesive, and I'm going to run the fast fuse all the way along all of the flaps on the bottom of the cardstock. One quick note, I did place that black cardstock about 1/4 of an inch from the scored edge, because the buckle is 1 inch. It takes up some room, so I want to make sure that the black square is lining up with the black strip, and therefore the black strip can't be all the way to the base of the hat. All right, so we're going to start by taking the tear and tape off and wrapping the cardstock around onto itself, pushing really good to make sure that that gets put together. So the cylinder, the circle that you're making, is about the size of like a toilet paper tube. We're going to bend all those little flaps down, and they're going to stick kind of onto each other, and we're going to keep our circle shape. And then we're going to flip this over and center it in the middle of the scallop circle. So it doesn't matter if it's perfect, I'm just eyeballing the center of the circle. And then I'm going to push down on all of the flaps that have adhesive. If you want, you can use the bone folder to help you reach inside. Now I chose not to cover up all the flaps inside, but if you wanted to, you could cut another circle or punch another circle to go inside of that. Once you put the candy in, it covers it up anyway, so you can't see it as much. The last thing for this project is to add our belt buckle. I just put a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of my buckle, and I'm going to put that on the front. So the seam is the back of the hat, so I'm just going to go on the opposite of the seam and put the belt buckle right there on the front. And that's it. All finished. It's such a quick and easy project. So if you're looking for something quick for St. Patrick's Day, a little party favor, a little gift, I made these up for teachers at school who let us use their classroom for Girl Scout meetings. I saw this project created by Judy Strickling, and it inspired me. So I hope that this inspires you and that you will make up some leprechaun hats of your own. Thanks so much for watching. Happy stamping!